I would like to start off by just understanding, like, what prompted you to start creating content and what prompted you to start, like, basically expressing your opinions as honestly as boldly as you did during, the Biden administration. And then was it that submersible video that really kind of like catapulted your following?
Yeah. I think like most people, you kind of start noticing around the world the irregularities of what's going on. You can feel the narrative building around you. And even the people that read or watch the news regularly can feel it in their hearts that something is fundamentally broken.
Right.
And people have this feeling of frustration that constantly builds. And I just felt like I wanted to say something. And the reality is, when you start talking to the internet, no one actually cares. No
Yeah.
one listens because they don't know who you are.
Yeah.
But you just have to go through the exercise. You have to do it. And I always approach it as, how do I think about topics? When I read a news story, what is my thought process? And what I decided to do is I'm just going to outline in the best way that I can my thought process of how do I come to conclusions and put it out into the world. And people started listening. One of the videos I did actually prior to the Titan video, which is one of the first videos I did, was I did a video talking about all the things that the government has lied to us about over the years, especially regarding COVID. They told you that you can't see your grandma. They told you that you have to stay home. They told you that if you go outside, you're going to kill your neighbor's grandma. So you have to lock up. You have to take these shots. I was like, that's bullshit. And that's one of the first videos I did. And people are like, this was really early and maybe 2 years ago. People were like, I don't know if you can say that on the internet. And I wasn't on the internet a lot. I didn't know you're not allowed to say those things.
Yeah.
I didn't know that those things were getting censored. But once I saw the response of people saying, thank you, Matt. I can't believe you said that out loud. I've been thinking it. I've been feeling it. We've been in this weird kind of dystopian timeline where if you say something that is against the main narrative, they were censoring you.
Yeah.
Thank you for saying it first. And I don't know. Once I started getting those messages of people, I really felt like I had to keep on going.
No, totally. And it's interesting, and obviously we're going to get a lot into this. It's funny, you look back over the past, I mean, really starting with COVID, all of that. So let's go take it back to 2020. You've got the Biden administration, and during that time, I was the same as you. It's like you're kind of scared to say things, and like all of the conservatives out there and all the people that like were getting censored and all that. What's crazy is now here we are during the Trump administration, and I feel like we're right back in the same place. Now you're kind of scared to say things as well, but it's a different type of thing, and we'll get into that. We'll get into that in a minute. But okay, so you started posting content, you started looking at things, and really just expressing your opinion. Did you get censored at all, or did you get anything from Meta or from, I mean, even bigger entities, or not really?
Yeah, I mean, I remember in 2020, I had this really small YouTube channel. And the summer of 2020, I started to live stream because everyone was home. And I started talking about things. And my channel before that was like about cars, had nothing to do with geopolitics. And I just turned on the stream because I knew that people that were watching me, the handful of them, were home also. And I just wanted to spend time and pass time. And I started talking about things like, this is something weird about COVID. It feels like this reorganization of the world,
Right.
maybe something along the lines of maybe a new world order. Like it just doesn't make sense. And YouTube started deleting those videos, and they would send me messages saying, "Hey, this is misinformation. This is harmful to society, etc." And at that time in 2020, it didn't occur to me that I was being censored. Actually, I thought, man, what if I'm wrong? What if I'm taking this too lightly? And maybe what I'm saying online, even though it's not a huge audience, maybe 100 people, maybe like I am actually doing bad for society. What if I'm wrong?
Interesting.
And I actually stopped talking. I actually shut down my YouTube channel. I shut down my Instagram, everything that I had. And I completely went off the internet for 2 years because it was like, what if I'm wrong? I don't want my neighbor's grandma to die. I don't want my grandma to die. I don't want people around me to
Right.
get hurt.
Right.
What if I'm speaking about this in a way that's overly belittling the situation And I feel like I'm right, but what if I'm wrong? And I did this something really dangerous, which is I self-censored.
Mm,
And as we start to learn about the reality of what actually happened in 2020, 2021, I got really pissed off. I'm furious because
yeah,
I self-censored because I was trying to do what's better for society. I was trying to do what's best for my neighbor, for my family, for my friends. And I realized they weaponized that feeling of wanting to be a good person against me. And I was like, that is really fucked up. Because to weaponize and dangle grandma in front of your face to get you to shut up because it didn't go to their narrative, that may be one of the most evil things I've ever experienced in my life. And that makes me more adamant to be a pure free speech advocate, to be able to say things out loud. It doesn't matter if I believe or I agree with you at all, actually. I don't mind that I don't agree with someone, but I believe in your right to be able to say it. And
right,
this is
right.
kind of what drove me down this road. I mean, I've had videos deleted on Instagram during the Biden administration. I've had my TikTok account banned on during the Biden administration. I've had strikes. I interviewed Dr. Peter McCullough, who was one of
Wow.
the people that were most advocates for being, you should be careful about the shots. And that video got deleted and I got a strike. I've been suspended on YouTube for talking about these topics. And I'm not an extremist at all. I think I'm very fair, very logical. But for some reason, they found that threatening. And I've been deleted or banned or struck on pretty much every single platform on the internet, which is crazy.
Want the full truth? Watch the full Deep Shallow Dive interview next. And hit subscribe if you're done with narratives and ready to call a spade a spade.